Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Convocation Center for this matchup between the Seton Hill Griffins and the California Vulcans. My name is Andrew White. Joined alongside me is Braxton Turner. Braxton, any emotions going into this game here tonight?
Not much other than just ready to see these two teams battle. Both teams probably stats similar, I guess, in a few categories. And then stats don't always tell the whole story, but excited to see what these teams can do.
California coming off that heartbreaking loss to number 3 Gannon, where they had fall 62-61 on a last-second free throw that did not fall at the hands of Sierra Bermudez. And Seton Hill coming off a big win, 92-55 over Slippery Rock University on Saturday. So a tale of two tapes here as we get ready for this matchup and the starting lineups being announced for both teams. For the Vulcans, we have number 32, Deja Terrell in the middle, accompanied by Alicia Harris, number 23. And then we have number 22, Jordan Smith, number 4, Nina Shaw, and number 3, Elisa Young. And on the other side for Seton Hill, we have number 2, Christiane Fry, number 3, Helene Cohen, number 4, Haley Cohen, number 15, Corrine Esner, and number 33, Abby Mankins. An exciting matchup here in the PSAC West as both teams come into the contest at 4-3 in the conference, California being 9-4 overall and the Griffins being 7-6. Name to watch out for tonight on the opposite side, Christiane Fry, averaging 20 points per game, which ranks second in all of the PSAC. The 4-year senior, 5'5" out of Monica, PA. 20 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and she actually is second in steals as well with 3.1 steals per game. Talked about California falling in their last game. It was a nail-biter all the way through, up and down with the number 3 ranked team in all of Division II. Leading scorer for that game was Deja Terrell with 15, and followed by Jordan Smith, or followed by Sierra Bermudez and Iona Williams with 12 and 10, the only scorers in double figures. We'll have to see how they bounce back after a tough loss. Yeah,
that game was, I say, if you're a Vulcans fan, was such a heartbreaker. It was a good competitive game, though. Just didn't end the way you wanted it to.
In the middle here, we have Corrine Esner and Deja Terrell going up for the jump ball. And that looks like it will be already another jump ball. We got a jump ball 3 seconds into the game, and we're going to redo it here. Yep. A tip there by Terrell, and it's going to go straight out of bounds. And that's the second time we've seen that in the last couple games where they weren't able to corral it on the far side, and Seton Hill gained possession.
Yeah, it just came off just a little bit too hot. I'll say at least no one in that direction.
We got the Cohen sisters starting for the Seton Hill Griffins, number 3 and number 4, so keep an eye on both of them. As at the top we have Esner, pass over to Cohen. There's Haley Cohen, number 4. Pass to 33, Abby Mankins. Finds Cohen in the corner. She steps out before the shot, no good anyway, and the Vulcans will regain possession. Nina Shaw bringing it up. They're going to see a little bit of pressure here from Seton Hill as they go to break it on the fast break. Not the best pass there by Jordan Smith, and Seton Hill once again regains possession.
Yeah, good look, just I guess in a tough spot for really anyone to do anything with.
This week on the Jess Strom Show, Nina Shaw and Deja Terrell both appeared, and it was quite the episode, so I'm sure that they're excited to get this going and have a little bit of a supported crowd around them. Now we see head coach Maeve Gallagher over there for the Griffiths getting word with the ref. And Christiane Fry bringing it up for the Griffins, gives it to Cohen. Cohen on the drive with the left hand, a little bit of contact, but nothing called. Deja Terrell with the rebound, she'll bring it down herself. Jordan Smith in the corner. Smith calls for Shaw at the handoff, and Shaw is going to direct some traffic here on offense. Over to Alicia Young. To the middle to Deja Terrell, who's going to pull up for 2. Off the rim, no good. Rebound there by Esner. And the Griffins will come the other way. Cohen. Guarded by Young. Gets it to Esner. Christiane Fry goes for the floater, no good off the back rim, and Alicia Harris rebounding, doing what she does best. Nina Shaw got into some foul trouble last game for the Vulcans, which gave them a little bit of trouble and maybe had to do with part of their loss, as Deja Terrell underneath finds the bottom of the basket for 2. You got to think Nina Shaw might be playing a little more passive early on here to make sure she's in the game for as long as she can be. Over to Cohen. Cohen for 3. Off the front rim, no good. The fight for the rebound goes off Alicia Harris, and it will stay on this end.
As you were saying, I'd like to, like you said, mention Shaw, as you said, getting in foul trouble that last game. Too bad we don't have the plus-minus of players here on the court, because I'd imagine at this rate her plus-minus is, I'd say, definitely a little bit higher than what we've seen.
And a drive there by Fry and a block by Deja Terrell. What a great play down low. But adding on to your point, especially against the team last time of Gannon, who was really bringing the pressure defensively, and they kind of had to put the ball in the hands of Sierra Bermudez and Angel Henry coming off the bench. So, you know that Nina Shaw leads the PSAC in minutes played for a reason.
Yep.
Strom wants her on the floor for as long as she can, as Fry gets the inbound pass back over to Cohen. Finds Esner, who does the skip pass over to Mankins. Mankins down low, pivoting around. Deja Terrell with the great defense and the rebound.
It's a nice little move and good footwork inside, but Tori able to stay playing and able to contest that.
Deja Terrell doing some kind of a little no-look pass there. Was a little off guard. Jordan Smith could not corral it, and Seton Hill will once again regain possession on a sloppy turnover.
I feel like we started, if you look at that first possession by Seton Hill, I feel like we started almost every game here with a turnover, it seems. They've had a couple turnovers going back-to-back here as well.
So here the drive by Cohen from the corner, finds it off the backboard, no good. Deja Terrell with a rebound, and she'll get fouled by Cohen on the follow. That is Helene Cohen there, her and her sister Haley. Both sophomores out of Pittsburgh, PA, and they do a lot for this team. As we did have a sub, Esner checks out for number 23, Madeline Fike, 22, Securia Harrelson. Pass over to Jordan Smith in the corner. She's going to pull up for a deep 2 off the backboard, no good. Alicia Young with the offensive board, off the rim, no good. Gets it again, and a great effort there by Alicia Young to keep the ball on their side. Nina Shaw with the drive, and they're going to call a block. Not sure if she'll go to the line.
No, I'd imagine that. Yeah, they'll keep that on the floor.
Got to respect it, trying to get that shot up and make it, give her the best opportunity to shoot some free throws, but regardless, they'll get the ball under the basket with 20 on the shot clock.
Man, right now, Seton Hill's showing a zone. Was it 2-3, or do they fall back to man?
And not the best pass there by Nina Shaw, and the steal by Fry. Fry underneath, getting the pass back from Cohen. No good, and another rebound by Terrell. She has 3 early rebounds here in this game. And as you said, Seton Hill showing a little bit of zone. Not something we're used to here in the PSAC West, but Alicia Harris with a great follow-through after getting her first shot rejected and goes up for 2.
Yeah. Good defense originally, but you're always going to have those a couple times. More often than not, block shots are going to go right back to the offense.
Pass out to Cohen, 4-3, and it's good. Haley Cohen leads the team in three-point attempts, shooting 32% on the year, and she shows you there why she is someone to keep an eye on.
That was the first shot of this game Seton Hill has hit so far out of, 8 attempts.
And the travel there by Jordan Smith. A rare turnover by her. She is actually averaging less than a turnover per game. That was only her 13th turnover on the year through 14 games, as Bermudez will check in for Alicia Harris. Got to think Cal's playing with a little bit of an edge tonight after coming off such a heartbreaking loss at home in front of their fans. They want to show out tonight before they go on a little road trip. Cohen with the pass to Fry. Fry on the drive to the middle. Puts it up off the glass. No good. Rebound by Matkins. No good there as well. Cohen with the rebound. 2 offensive rebounds by the Griffins here. They're going to pass it back out, set it up. As Fry's going to get the screen from Mankins. The pump fake, the pass over to Cohen. Cohen the drive to baseline. Gets past Terrell, and what a great take by Haley Cohen.
Originally where she had nowhere to go, but somehow was able to slither away on the baseline while staying in bounds and able to get a layup.
Nina Shaw, the pass to Bermudez. Bermudez is going to pull up as the zone steps back, and you got to get a hand in her face as she drains her first three of the night.
Yeah, Bermudez seemed to be in a little of a low point, I guess, so far, but once she starts hitting shots, she gets going.
Sarah Bermudez leading the Vulcans in three-point shooting as she's shooting 37%, 27 for 73 on the year. Fry with the pass to Mankins. Mankins on the drive, baseline, pump fake, goes up. Tries to get some contact, nothing called, and Jordan Smith with the rebound. Some aggressive defense here early on by the Vulcans. Pass down low to Young. Young goes up on the left side. Off the backboard and rim, no good. Deja Terrell with the follow, no good there as well. And tipped out by the Griffins. And that'll take us to our first media timeout here as the Vulcans up 7-5. And just getting off to really an aggressive start. They're playing great defense. Start, as you said, the Griffins only hitting one of their first how many ever shots, and then following up with the drive by Cohen and the layup to cut it down to a 2-point game.
Yeah. Right now, both teams not doing the best to start out of the gate. I mean, that's never really expected. Neither team really settled in yet. Seton Hill 2 of 12 from the field, while Vulcan's going 3 of 9. Right now, Seton Hill just on offense. It seems to be rushing just a bit. I haven't really been able to get a couple decent looks at the rim, but seem to be going into the defense of the Vulcans. And Vulcans, for the most part, been playing straight up, and playing straight up is generally the safest way to play defense. Seton Hill just looking a bit uncomfortable.
The Griffins seem to go through Fry for a lot of their offenses. She is, like we said, second in all of PSAC in scoring with 20 a game. And she hasn't gotten going yet, but I'm sure we will see her getting a little bit more aggressive as this game continues.
I'd also like to take this time for our producer here, Gary Smith, for the shout-out to Jason Green, one of his classmates here at Cal.
Now the athletic AD of athletic communication for the Seton Hill Griffins. So go ahead, Jason. Nice little shout out on the broadcast as Jordan Smith looking for Alicia Young down low, and the layup is good. Whew. Alicia Harris, my apologies there. Christiane Fry with the pass to Cohen. Cohen's going to pull up for 3. Off the back rim, no good. A rebound there by number 21, Maya Kalich, and the pass out. Alicia Harris on the drive, no good. Dive for the ball over there in the corner. And it's going to come back the other way for Seton Hill. We have another sub, Joy Burley, coming in for the Griffins. And the Cohen sister is going to check in for the other as Haley comes in for Helene. Fry with the pass to Mankins. Mankins finding Kylich. Mankins to Burley, no good off the backboard, and Jordan Smith with the rebound. A little bit of transition here, and Sarah Bermudez on the pump fake, just a little too quick with her feet, and she's called for the travel.
Yep.
Talia Gillard checking in here for the Vulcans, an early check-in for her, as Jordan Smith will get a much-needed rest. Fry at the top of the key. Finds Cohen. Cohen on the drive to the left side, goes up off the board, no good, and they're going to call a charge on the drive.
Man, honestly, I thought that would have been a no call. I guess she came over. I guess she came over just a tad late. At least I didn't see the contact, but I guess a good charge shake there.
Talia Gillard coming off the bench and drawing a charge, giving their team a little bit of momentum as they come back on offense. Iona Williams in the corner. Williams, the leading scorer for this team, despite coming off the bench. Finds Bermudez in the middle, and the jumper is good. Bermudez with 5 early points here for the Vulcans, and you got to think if she gets hot, they could be rolling.
Oh, yeah.
Fry covered by Shaw. Pass to Mankins. Mankins at the top of the key. Dribbling. Driving to the right side. No foul, and they're going to call the block there. And she will go to the line for 2.
Oh, they're going to call that on the floor.
Oh, wow. It's quite the surprising call there, but nonetheless, they have the Griffins have the ball underneath the basket. 20 on the shot clock. Pass into Joy Burley. Burley with the pass to Cohen, and Cohen's going to travel before putting the ball on the ground. Sub coming in as starter Corrine Esner checks in for Joy Burley. And Angel Henry checking in for Nina Shaw. Nina Shaw getting that first quarter break. I'm not sure if we've seen that all season.
Yeah.
And Sierra Bermudez with a deep 3. That was about 4 or 5 feet behind the line. But she finds the bottom of the net.
I tell you, when she gets it, when she feels confident in her shot and she gets one to fall, she just seems to throw them out without an issue.
Drive there by Abby Mankins, and she'll be fouled by Alicia Harris. And that's still under the basket, man. I'll tell you what, I keep thinking they're going to be shooting fouls, and now we're going to have some subs as number 24, Paula Jovic, and number 21, Maya Kalic check out of the game for Fry and Cohen. Fry, left side. She gets tripped a little bit. I don't know if she just fell over her own feet, but foul call there on Angel Henry. That'll be her first. Pass into Fry. She's going to get the screen from Esner. Deja Terrell staying with her. Oh, Fry with a beautiful take and finish.
With a nice little change of hand as well.
Fry showing why she is one of the best scorers in the PSAC. And Sierra's going to shoot from deep again. Man, she must have had a great warm-up session because she has some confidence in that jumper.
Oh, yeah.
This is going to be a timeout here by Seton Hills. They're down 10 early, 17-7. Sierra Bermudez with an early 11 points on 3 3-pointers. I mean, I believe she's 4 for 4 from the field.
At least close to it or something.
We've been saying how Sierra Bermudez, when she can get going, this team is a whole nother beast.
Yeah.
She has season highs this year, 25 against West Virginia State back in November, and 22 against Lincoln back in November as well.
Yeah, right now Sierra Bermudez 4-4 from the floor with that 1 2-pointer inside of 3-3 from deep. I know a couple of the shots are very well, like good 3 steps from behind the arc too.
I mean, any basketball fan will call that Curry range as she's just letting it go from deep. And I mean, against the zone, that is something that you got to watch out for. When there's a good shooter on the other side, there are holes in the zone, and they don't want to pull it out too far. So Bermudez taking advantage of that as the Cohen sisters working the offense together. Pass over to Fry. Covered by Gilliard. Looking for the screen, doesn't take it. Gets the handoff. The pass in to Esner. And she's going to travel before being able to get the pass back out. Angel Henry bringing it up for the Vulcans. Big part of the game against Gannon, as like we were talking about, Nina Shaw was in foul trouble for much of it, and Angel Henry was one of the go-tos. As Iona Williams on the drive, no good off the backboard. Deja Terrell with the offensive board, no good. Another offensive board, puts it up, and the foul. Deja Terrell with a quick, and I mean quick, 7 rebounds here in the first 9 minutes of this game.
That's gracious. Yeah, the strength of Terrell to even keep her feet set without traveling there. She got bumped a couple times. Surprised she didn't fall over or lose her footing for a travel, but able to finish with the contact the second time for the and one.
Deja Terrell free throw, no good. She ranks number 8th in all the PSAC and rebounding, and having 7 early on in this game, I'm sure she's going to be moving up that list at this game's conclusion. Cohen on the drives, finds her sister, but there's going to be a foul before the pass.
Yeah. To be honest, right now the Vulcans' defense has been, especially their help defense, has been on point so far this game. Now, the refs, out of all the games I've seen so far, are letting them play just a bit more. I guess right now they're going to have to clean it up just a bit because there's been a good bit of contact.
Cohen going to shoot another three from the left side. No good. Rebound to Terrell again. That is our 8th rebound already as she gets it to Angel Henry, and Vulcan setting up offense. Finds Bermudez on the side. She wanted a jumper, but great defense there by the Griffins. Henry finds Gilliard. Gilliard for 3. That's going to be off the backboard and no good. Deja Terrell, the rebounding machine, gets it back. Jump shot off the back rim, and it falls.
And Terrell definitely feeling it tonight.
And the deep pass there from, I believe that was Helene Cohen to Haley, or vice versa, and it's going to come the other way as the Vulcans regain possession. And they're off to a really hot start as they're up 14, 21-7. As we're going to have a sub as Macy Sardone, freshman out of Homer City, PA, checks in for the Vulcans for Talia Gilliard.
I haven't seen much of her this season. Let's see, here's Sardone, only playing in appearing in 2 games before this.
Also, we had a sub, Paula Jovic, checked in for Helene Cohen. I'm sorry, Haley Cohen. Man, I'll get these 2 right one of these times. This Angel Henry going to hold it here. 1 second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. She's going to ignore the screen from Terrell and take it to the right side. Iona Williams on the drive. Goes up with the right hand, no good. Deja Terrell with another rebound, but she gets it off Macy Sardone. And it'll go the other way with 2.1 on the clock. Angel Henry picking up the aggressiveness as they're going to get it to Cohen. Cohen's going to throw up a prayer. No good. End of the first quarter. California with the 21-7 dominating lead. We'll be right back here on CUTV Sports 1 and the PSAC Network.
Regardless of the season, follow all the action with CUTV Sports. From the gridiron to the hardwood, the pitch and the diamond, CUTV Sports has you covered with almost 100 live games a year. With multiple camera angles, graphics, announcers, and replays for 37 seasons, CUTV Sports is your home for Vulcan athletics. Get out of the huddle and into the action with CUTV Sports.
Welcome back to the Convocation Center as we're set for the second quarter. California getting off to a hot start as they're up 21-7. Leading scorers Sierra Bermudez with 11. I mean, quite the exciting first quarter, wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah, definitely showing the offensive capability here by the Vulcans that we haven't, I said we've seen here and there, but tonight coming out in full force right out of the gate.
It'll be the Vulcans' ball to start the quarter. The 5 on the floor for the Vulcans: Angel Henry, Iona Williams, Alicia Young, Deja Terrell, and Sierra Bermudez. As they're getting into their bench early on in this game, which isn't something we're used to seeing from Coach Jess Strom. The pass into the middle to Iona Williams, finds the cutting Alicia Young for 2.
It's a good find by Williams and a good cut by Young.
Alicia Young been a key factor for this Vulcans team. Not much of a shooter, but down low she can really make her mark as she gets on the board. Fry on the right side, passes it down low to Harrelson, and Harrelson finishes the tough 2.
Yeah.
They're picking up the pressure here a little bit as they have a full court press. Angel Henry handling it pretty well, getting it to Williams, who passes it over to Bermudez. She's going to put up yet another 3. That'll be her first miss of the night as Fry pulls in the rebound. Fry finds Cohen on the fast break, and Cohen going to finish with the right hand. Great play there by Christiane Fry. The 5'5" senior, actually 6.5 rebounds a game for being 5'5". Definitely impressive as she gets her first rebound of the game there, which leads to an assist. Iona Williams down low, a little bit of contact, nothing called. Angel Henry with the rebound, puts it up, no good. It's going to go off the Griffin. Oh, actually it's going to go off the Vulcans, I guess, as the referee is pointing towards Griffin's possession. Nina Shaw checked in for Angel Henry, and Alicia Harris checking in for Iona Williams. Helene Cohen bringing it down, giving it to Christiane Fry. Pass inside to Harrelson. Back to Fry. Guarded by Deja Terrell now. A mismatch down low as Harrelson has Nina Shaw on her. And they're going to call 3 seconds on Harrelson as she was trying to get in position down low. Nina Shaw always does a great job of playing bigger than her height. She has a heart that allows her to play a little better. And Sierra Bermudez, another deep three, her second miss of the day. And the rebound there by Harrelson. Christiane Fry driving in the middle, pass out to Cohen, who drives the floater. It's good, and they're going to call a charge as the basket will not count. Great play there by Deja Terrell.
I don't really think she sat there originally to take a charge, but still had her feet planted and set and everything, and a good charge shake there.
Excuse me, that was Alicia Harris on the take of the charge, and 2 early charges here drawn by the Vulcans. And that always kind of sets the tone early on.
Yeah.
Deja Terrell in the middle, guarded by Harrelson. The fadeaway jumper, and it's good.
Man, don't see us one too many of those, let's say, especially from just beyond the foul line there.
Followed by the mean mug by Deja Terrell as she is feeling herself with 8 early points. And a good amount of rebounds as well. I believe she's at 9 rebounds. She's already at 10 rebounds, so she's a basket away from a double-double here early in the first half. Cohen on the drive to the right side. A little bit of contact, and she's down. Getting some help up from her teammates, and we hope that everything is okay, but foul on Deja Terrell there, her first contest. Helene Cohen at the line. 4-2. She's a 77% free throw shooter on the year, averaging 12 points and 5 rebounds a game in her sophomore season. First free throw is good. These Cohen sisters are really effective for this Seton Hill team as they combine for about 24 points a game between the two of them. I'm sure they'll be looking for them a lot throughout the rest of this night as she nails both free throws. Cuts the lead down to 12. Nina Shaw picks up her dribble in the spot you don't want to pick it up at. Yep. Jess Strom calls the timeout for her. Going up against the press like this, you always want to try to keep the ball towards the middle of the floor and kind of break the press by passing rather than dribbling. But, you know, we've seen Nina Shaw all year long be able to kind of break down defenders with her dribbling skills, so not taking anything away from her.
Yeah, it's always nice to really have someone who can dribble on a team like this, but there's sometimes where regardless of how good a player is, I say it's always better just to, sometimes better just to pass. I say in that situation there, the half-court line acts as another defender because you can't go backwards as well. So it's always better, as what they're doing is they were letting them come across, and then as soon as they cross, they get them to pick it up, and then you almost have a jump ball or turnover like they did there. But it's almost better in this type of defense that they're playing just to, get rid of it or just a bit early.
Looking ahead for the Vulcans, they're traveling to Slippery Rock on Saturday. Next Wednesday, they'll be traveling to Clarion. And then 2 weeks from today will be their next home game as they host Pitt Johnstown on the 24th. And we look at Seton Hill as they travel to Clarion on Saturday, and then they come home a week later to host Mercyhurst, and then that following Wednesday on the 24th, they will host IUP. So like I said, California going on a bit of a road trip after this as they won't be playing in the Convocation Center for another 2 weeks from today. So I'm sure they want to send their fans away happy. As Nina Shaw brings it in. Pass over to Young. Finds Harris down low, who's in good position, but a great block there by Harrelson.
Yeah.
Cohen on the drive to the right side. Goes up with the left hand on the right side, no good. It's going to stay on this end. Haley Cohen checking in for Abby Mankins. Pass into Harrelson. Pass down low. And that bucket is good by Poliovic.
That was a perfect pass right where it needed to be, just out of the hands of the defense.
Now California doing a little bit more of what we talked about, breaking the press with the pass. Bermudez does a great job of kind of slowing it down and allowing this team to kind of get through the pressure. Deja Terrell with the mid-range jumper off the back rim, no good. Harrelson with yet again another rebound. And Fry coming down with the ball. She's going to drive to the right side. A little speedy in the block by Deja Terrell.
Man, Terrell has just been all over the shots tonight. I believe that's her second one tonight.
As Talia Gillard will check in for Sierra Bermudez. Deja Terrell already with 8 points, 10 boards, and 2 blocks. As you said, she really is all over the place, and it's great to see her getting back into form finally, as she's really playing like she was a couple seasons ago. As the 2-pointer there by Cohen is good. Harrison and Shaw breaking the press together. Find Gilliard up front. The pass back to Shaw gets tipped. And they look down, and there's Harrelson on the 2-point layup, and it's good. Sorry, that's Mia Kalich, actually, on her first basket of the night. These passes just seem to be hanging a little bit too long in the air to be breaking the press, and luckily here they break it and set up the offense. Gilliard looking for Terrell in the middle. Terrell finds Harris. Harris with the kick out to Gilliard, back over to Shaw. I'm not exactly sure what the call is there. I think it was a 3-second violation.
Yep, on Young. Kind of camped under just a bit too long.
Interesting, because we don't see that call a lot.
Yep.
We've seen it twice here early on, once for both teams. As Cohen finds Fry, guarded by Shaw. They're giving it to the left side. Pass out to Haley Cohen. Haley Cohen on the drive in the middle, looking for somebody, pivoting. Finds Fry. And they're going to call another 3 seconds, man.
Oh, boy.
This is interesting. This ref's got to be counting in her head constantly.
Yeah, it must have been something, especially with that trail ref, and trail ref being the closest to the half court, saw it and then called it herself.
And Shaw gets to Gilliard. Gilliard with the one dribble pickup, which is not something you want to get used to, but finds Harris and back out to Nina Shaw. Shaw looking for somebody, finds Gilliard, back over to Young. Young in the corner on the drive. Puts it up for 2, and they're going to call a foul. That's Fry's second foul of the contest. You got to see if that is going to take effect into her game time. This Young's first free throw, no good. Young, a 66% free throw shooter on the year, averaging 9 and 4 rebounds. 9 points, 4 rebounds, the sophomore out of McKees Rocks. Second free throw also off the back rim and no good. Alicia Harris going for the rebound. Same team fighting for it. Finds Deja Terrell on the side for 3, no good. Christiane Fry really showing that she can fight for a rebound with anybody, as hers and Alicia Harris go after it. Jump ball, and the Griffins regain possession.
Man.
Fans not happy with the no call there.
Yeah.
Really feels like the Vulcans are really dominating the rebounding in this game, but it's only 18-15, so Seton Hill still doing a great job of staying aggressive down low.
Yep.
Christiane Fry getting checked out there on the corner after the tie-up with Harris. Head coach Gallagher over there was not happy with the no call, as Fry was kind of tangled up with Harris, and like I said, the 5'5" senior averaging just under 7 rebounds a game, which is quite the impressive feat.
I believe we...
There's a cleanup on the floor, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Probably just a little bit of blood.
Yeah.
Never hurt anybody.
Yeah. I guess that's in World of Sports, at least. That's always one thing that they're always finicky. I mean, I could see that why they're finicky about it, but can't even go back into a game if you have blood on your jersey or anything, regardless of whether it's dried or not. So after you can, I believe that's one of the only, at least in high school anyway, one of the free reasons you can give to change your jersey out is because you might have something on it you can't get out of it.
It's interesting because that rule actually still takes effect in a lot of the professional sports leagues as well. As you know, you see in the NBA or something, somebody gets elbowed and gets some blood on their jersey. They head straight to the locker room to change it all up. So we appreciate the cleanup here by the staff here at Convocation Center.
Yeah. Man, there's quite a few spots they were picking up, too. I'm not even sure what happened.
A little tie up there from Alicia Harris and Christiane Fry. I guess got a little more brutal than we could tell from our end.
Yeah.
As Sierra Bermudez and Jordan Smith getting ready to check in for the Vulcans. As Talia Gilliard and Alicia Young will check out. Just under 5 minutes left here to go. California with the 25-19 lead. Seton Hill right now, though, on a 12-4 run. Cut things lead down to 6, as they were down 14 coming into the quarter. Fry with the handoff to Cohen. Pass over to her sister. Haley Cohen with the pass inside. Harrelson goes up for 2 and no good. Another rebound by Terrell as she gets it to Nina Shaw. Nina Shaw to Bermudez. She's going to pump fake, dribble once, put up a 3, no good. And Fry with the rebound. But she'll take it herself. Finds Cohen on the left side. She puts up a 3. No good. Pass out to Fry. Guarded by Anna Williams. Fry trying to set up the offense a bit. Cohen at the top. Pass inside to Jovic. And they're going to call yet again another travel. We've gotten a lot of whistles from this trail ref on the side for Seton Hill. Nina Shaw orchestrating the offense. Sierra Bermudez taking another deep 3 in and out. Found everything but bottom there as Christiane Fry running the 2-on-1 with Cohen, and they're going to call a travel. Interesting call there as bodies collided on the right side.
Yeah, those calls are always the most interesting one. I guess not really much to go off of. It's almost like you have to make your own call up as you go.
Nina Shaw with the handoff to Smith. Smith to the middle to Terrell. Looking underneath, finds Smith.
Yep.
And they're going to call travel again.
Yep. Kind of just fumbled it, I guess. Ball kept it in her hands. Kind of almost trying to go a little bit prematurely before she had control of the ball.
2 early turnovers for Jordan Smith that we don't see often. It's like we were talking about. She only has less than a turnover a game. She's very good at protecting the ball. Cohen getting the screen from Harrelson. Now covered by both Bermudez and Terrell as she passes it over to Fry. Over the top. Fry on the drive to the middle. Stop. Passes out to Cohen. Cohen for 3. Off the back rim, no good. Rebound by Harrelson. Harrelson finds a cutting Cohen down low, and she finishes for 2.
And all you need to do is just stand in the right space, as she did there. Got an easy layup out of it.
Press continues from Seton Hill as California getting used to it a little bit and breaking it with the passes we were talking about. Bermudez not settling for that deep 3 this time. Gets it to Shaw, who gets it to Terrell on the drive to the right side, the foul, and the bucket. Deja Terrell has just really been all over the place in this game as she already has a double-double.
And it seems like she's just getting into the basket and scoring at will at this point.
10 shot attempts for the senior and 10 points. She has 10 points, 11 rebounds, 2 blocks, and free throw gives her 11.
Man, looking at that replay on that and one, that was a good catch by the ref because I didn't see it. Girl, he said he pushed her, but I wasn't sure. She did give her a good shove after she went up.
Fry with the pass to Cohen. Cohen with a great crossover, but loses the ball. And they're going to call the foul as she was on the ground.
Yeah.
two were kind of fighting for the ball. Maybe she got a little bit too much contact with Nina Shaw there.
Yeah, I'd say that's another one of those interesting ones. To be honest, I think that would have just been a better no call. I guess it could have been a charge because she did have a legal guard in position, but those are ones that can go either way.
As Nina Shaw is going to put up a three, no good, and the rebound by Fry. And that will be Cohen's third foul of the game, the second leading scorer on this Griffins team with 3 fouls early on. You got to think that's going to affect her going forward. Jordan Smith picking up her first foul there on the little hand check. Fry looking like a wounded warrior out there after the tie-up with Harrison. She's going to get a screen here from Harrelson and kind of backs up and takes her defender away from her. Looks down low for Cohen, nothing there, but Harrelson comes back up with it. Pass out to Matkins, back over to Fry. Fry with the crossover, but Jordan Smith with the great defense. And they're going to call a block there as Fry was kind of moving with Jordan and got in her way a bit.
Yeah. In the grand scheme of things, that's not a bad foul. Took away a one-on-one chance to the basket, and now make them set up their offense.
As Haley Cohen will check in for Helene Cohen. As like we said, Helene with 3 fouls on the night. And that's actually Christiane Fry's third foul as well. So the 2 leading scorers for this Griffins team, both in a bit of foul trouble. That's the 5th foul of the quarter, so Jordan Smith will shoot 2 here at the line. First one no good off the back rim. Smith, a 75% free throw shooter on the year, averaging 6 points, 4 rebounds, the senior out of Manassas, Virginia. Second one is good. That increases California's lead to 8 as they are up 29-21. Fry on the right side, gets it to Matkins. Pass inside to Harrelson.
Ooh.
And Iona Williams had a steal there, but a little bit of a push in the back, and they caught her red-handed. Alicia Harris checking in for Iona Williams, as that was her second foul of the game, and Jess Strom's not trying to take any chances with their star players. Fry catches the inbound. Has a screen to work with from Harrelson. Instead, takes her defender out. Pass to Matkins, who gets it to Jovic. Jovic getting just absolutely tormented there by Sierra Bermudez, and I believe the foul is going to go on Alicia Harris as she dived to the legs a bit.
Yep.
There are a lot of words being spoken here by the fans as they are not happy with how much the refs are letting them play.
For me, my personal opinion, I love games where the referees just let the players play. Of course, you're going to have contact. Not everyone's going to like that type of game, but oftentimes, more often than not, they seem to flow just a bit better. I know they're calling us the obvious fouls. They're definitely calling, but just let them just a bit play, just a bit more.
And another travel call as Cohen kind of got a little too quick on her feet. And the sub here is Nufi Namale checks in for the first time in the game for Christiane Fry. You got to think California playing some great defenses. They are holding Seton Hill to just 21 points. A minute left in the first half, and Seton Hill's leading all the PSAC in scoring at 78 a game.
Yeah, that first quarter alone, their help defense was pretty good. Kind of slowed down defensively in that regard, but it's still been pretty solid so far.
Great steal there by Jovic, and the pass to Cohen, who finishes with the right hand. Cuts the lead down to 6. Just under a minute to go, and Nina Shaw bringing it up for the Vulcans. There's another dive at the ball there by Jovic, and they're going to call a foul, and Nina Shaw will have some free throws here. Nina Shaw, the best free throw shooter on this Vulcans team at 82%. She's also been doing a great job here in her freshman season, as she is 4th in all of the PSAC in assists and steals. And she is 1st in minutes played per game, as Jess Strom loves her freshman point guard. She's going to hit both, and Talia Gilliard will check in for Sierra Bermudez. And Christiane Fry will check in for Nufi Namale. Fry she's got a break on defense there to make sure she didn't pick up her 4th before halftime. Now they need the scorer back on offenses. We're under 40 seconds to go here. A little bit of, I don't even know what to call that over there. Just a collision of bodies. That's going to be the 5th foul on the Vulcans, so she will go to the line for 2. Maya Kalic. Oh, once again I'm wrong. Abby Mankins.
I can honestly say I've never seen that before. I think they're going to say she kind of tripped her up just a bit, but
it's almost like it was on the pivot or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Her leg kind of just got tied up.
Yep.
So it looks like Fry will check out again here once their team goes to defense. Nufi Namale checks in, and Poliovic, who I had thought was there on the foul, but she checks in for Abby Mankins. Lissy Young with the ball, and she looks for the bounce pass to Bermudez, who gets it back to Young. Pass over to Gilliard. Gilliard, good three-point shooter, doesn't look for it, though. Young in the middle. Looks for it off the backboard, no good. She fights for the rebound, though, and gets it. The pass down low, no good, and it's going to be a little tie-up as they'll call a jump ball. I believe that'll stay on this side, as the possession arrow does point in favor of the Vulcans.
Man, I'd like to point out Harrelson's defense in this inside has been a wonderful thing for Seton Hill so far in this game.
Harrelson, a 3-time PSAC West Defensive Player of the Week. And she's shown why here, as yet again another jump ball called, and this time it'll go in favor of the Griffins. 11 seconds left. Fry checking in for Namale. The Cohen sisters checking in for Maya Kalic. And I believe that was Abby Mankins. Christiane Fry on the drive, getting underneath the up and under, no good. The rebound by Harrelson puts it back up. Great defense there by Deja Terrell. And that will take us to halftime with the score being 31-25 in favor of the Vulcans. And we'll be right back here on CUTV Sports 1 and the PSAC Network.
Are you a Penn West California student looking to get involved in media? You have 2 great choices, and for both, all majors are welcome. CUTV is the home for Vulcan sports. Be a part of 80-plus live games both home and on the road. We're looking for announcers, camera operators, graphic operators, and much more. There are also opportunities to develop your own shows. Go to our YouTube page, CUTV Sports 1, and see all of the content. WCAL Radio gives you the opportunity to play your music and develop your own show. Be heard locally over the air in a 40-mile radius and worldwide online. That's 91.9 FM, Power 92. SAI Media of CUTV and WCAL. Get out, join up, be seen, and be heard.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Convocation Center. California with a 6-point lead, 31-25 over the Seton Hill Griffins. And Braxton, you want to take us through some of the stats of the first half?
Yep. Right now we have, I will say, offensive scorers, offensive leaders right now. Deja Terrell with 11 points, shooting 5 of 10 from the field, 1 of 2 from the foul line, and also 12 rebounds. So already a double-double in the first half alone. And leading Seton Hill offensively is Hallie Cohen, 9 points, 4 of 7 from the field, 1 of 3 from deep. So there, and also like the defensively right now, Seton Hill's Harrelson has been an absolute problem for the Vulcans inside, showing why she is a 3-time PSAC West Defensive Athlete of the Week. Right now, 3 blocks alone, but I'll say blocks don't tell the whole story. As she's just her inside presence alone has been a nightmare, I guess, for the Vulcans trying to do much. And then next for block leaders, I guess as I thought Terrell had 2 inside, but right now, as you were mentioned already earlier, having 1 block also along with Harris. But I guess second half quarter alone was just basically kind of a flip-flop of the stats as a team. First quarter, Seton Hill going 3 from 16, 18% from the field, and that kind of flipped. They went 7 of 14 in the second quarter, whereas the Vulcans went first quarter alone, went 9 of 20, 45% in the first quarter, and 3 of 15 the second quarter. So I guess right now, not a large lead, but if the Vulcans wish to keep this game and I guess stay ahead, they'll have to do a little bit better on the offensive end.
Like you said, it was kind of a tale of 2 quarters here in that first half as California got off to a really quick start, and then Seton Hill was able to bounce back in that second quarter, outscore them by 8 and cut the lead down to 6, which made this a game for sure going into the second half. As you know, we did talk about how California is playing great defensively. Seton Hill is used to scoring almost 80 points a game, which is among the top in the PSAC, and only 25 in the first half. That goes to show that California's aggressiveness on defense is really paying off.
Yeah.
As we're getting ready to get going here again in the second half, like we said, California's 6-point lead. The 5 on the floor for the Griffins, Christiane Fry, both the Cohen sisters, Haley and Helene, Abby Mankins, and then also Kareen Esner. And the 5 on the floor for the Vulcans, Nina Shaw, Alicia Harris, Alicia Young, Deja Terrell, and Jordan Smith. Nina Shaw with the ball at the top, directing traffic. Brings it to the left side, gets the screen from Deja Terrell. She's going to drive down the middle off the backboard, no good. And the ball hits the floor before anybody gets a hold of it. Once again, another jump ball, and that'll go in favor of the Griffins. Had our fair share of jump balls, travels, 3-second violations. A little bit of everything here in today's matchup.
Yep.
As Fry with the ball at the top, guarded by Nina Shaw. Pass over to Esner. Esner's going to shoot a long 2, and it's good. Seton Hill maintaining their press here. I don't even know what you would call this press, but it's working wonders for him. As the steal there by Cohen, the drive to the right side, just barely off the front rim. Esner goes for the follow, doesn't use the backboard, and because of that, California will regain possession on the foul by Cohen on the rebound. And that's her, I believe that was on Cohen, and if it was, that may be her 4th.
Let's see who they placed that on.
Actually, I don't even.
Hallie Cohen, that is their 4th.
Her 4th foul of the game, and it's her, Haley Cohen, and Fry all in a bit of foul trouble to start this second half. Nina Shaw on the drive. She's going to throw it up top to nobody there, as she's had a little bit too much oomph behind that.
Yep.
It's number 21, Maya Kalich, checks in for Cohen. Try to avoid her fouling out in the third quarter. Seton Hill showing that they do play an aggressive style of defense, but it's kind of coming back to bite them as their top 3 players all kind of battling foul trouble, causing them to have to play a little bit more passive for the remainder of this game, or at least this quarter, I would say. California needs to take advantage of that. They need to have replication of that first quarter to where they can kind of build up a better lead going into the last and handle business down the line. Christiane Fry guarded by Nina Shaw. Hasn't been too aggressive, but looks for a three here off the backboard and no good. Rebound by Esner. Out to Abby Matkins, who's going to take her own three off the back rim, no good. The fight for the rebound, great job by Alicia Young. She kind of put it in harm's way as Maya Kalic came in to draw the jump ball, and it'll go in Vulcan's favor. As always, we have the men's coming in after this is the turnover there by Alicia Young. Trying to get a bounce pass to Jordan Smith and just out of reach.
Yeah. Seen Hill in that 1-2-1-1 press. I would say right now, it's, as we've seen, not too hard to break this press, but I guess just a couple of mental errors here and there.
It's hard to go up the sideline when you're going against a full court press. You got to focus on the middle of the floor and bounce passes, pump fakes, all the good things that'll kind of open up the floor for you. As a travel there by Esner. Once again, they're kind of just guarding the inbound pass, and Nina Shaw needs to find somebody a bit sooner as she finds Jordan Smith. And now she's going to be able to orchestrate the offense a little bit. Smith with the ball, guarded by Fry. The pass inside to Harris. Harris looking to move. And they're going to call foul, and they're going to say it's 2 shots. As Alicia Harris will go to the line. Alicia Harris, the junior out of Wilkes-Barre, PA, averaging just under 10 points a game, 9 rebounds. She's 4th in all the PSAC in rebounds, but only a 52% free throw shooter as she goes to the line for 2 here. First one by Harris off the front rim and in. Extend their lead to 5. Harris with 5 on the night. And she makes both. She increases the lead to 6 and her point total to 6 as Fry brings the ball down for the Griffins. Fry guarded by Terrell. A little bit of a mismatch. Great dribbling moves there. Could not capitalize. Gets to Esner. Back out to Fry. Still guarded by the bigger Terrell. Sure, she's looking to take advantage of the mismatches out there on the floor. Cohen on the drive to the middle. Goes up with both hands. No good, but the rebound there by Kalic. Kalic passes it out to Esner, and that's a shot clock violation. But I believe one of the shots did hit the rim.
Yep, I believe that's what they're going to talk about. I
didn't think it was a shot clock violation.
I didn't think so too, because I don't really. They didn't reset the clock after it hit rim.
So we'll get a reset to 17 on the shot clock, and the inbound pass here for the Griffins. Esner falls to her knees, has the ball in her hands, but ends up getting it to Mankins. A great play there by Esner. Cohen on the drive to the middle. Yep. She's going to travel. And like you said early on, Seton Hill just seeming to be a little bit too quick on offense, and it's coming back to bite him a little bit there as Cohen is a bit quick on her feet, and the refs caught her with her inconsistent footwork. Yep. Shaw in the corner, the pass to Young. Young going to move it around the outside, gets it to Jordan Smith, who looks for Young, but Young wasn't quite ready. Finds Harris at the free throw line. Harris is going to drive, and she's going to travel as well. So the girls are just getting back into rhythm coming out of halftime, and their feet kind of moving a little quicker than their bodies.
Yep.
Sakira Harrelson checking in for Esner. Harrelson at the top. Looking for somebody to come get the ball off of her. She's not used to being all the way out here. Finds Mankins. Mankins, the pass out to Cohen. Cohen for a deep 3. Off the rim, no good. Harrelson with a great rebound. Pivot foot. Pass out to Fry. Fry's going to pump fake drive. Looks for contact. No contact called. Pass out to Cohen. Top of the key. 4-3, and it's good.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Possessions like that show why rebounding is so important. Missed a couple of shots, but still got their own rebound and ended up scoring anyway.
Second chance points can be a killer or a motivator as Jordan Smith, the backdoor cut. The great find by Nina Shaw. showing why she is 4th in assists in all of the PSAC. 5-point game. Fry putting it up off the board, cuts it down to a 1-possession game. Nina Shaw dribbling. Finds Jordan Smith. A little 2-on-1 with her and Deja Terrell. Terrell with the mid-range jumper off the rim, backboard, and good.
Man, to be honest, at this rate, that's all they have to do. Capitalize off the press because they're a little bit late getting back. Capitalize on the 3-on-2 that they had.
It's surprising when they face the press that there's not somebody popping up in the middle constantly because it works almost every time.
Yep.
It's a great defensive stop there by Nina Shaw. They're going to kind of set up the offense and slow things down. Jordan Smith with the ball. Hasn't been as aggressive on offense lately. She's had a couple low-scoring outputs, but nonetheless, Nina Shaw in the corner for the 3. Off the rim and backboard, no good this time. The rebound and the pass out to Cohen, and the Griffins are coming the other way. A little 3-on-2. Finds Fry, finds Mankins. Mankins for 3. Off the rim and no good. Alicia Young with the rebound.
Man, Vulcans caught a break there. Everyone on that possession just jogging back. They caught a break there.
Anytime you get a 3-on-2 or 2-on-1, you expect the offense to take advantage, and right there the Vulcans were able to bounce back and capitalize and make the stop. Jordan Smith on the drive to the right side, playing a little bit more aggressively here. They're going to call yet again another travel on her as her foot must have just been moving quite a bit.
Yeah, I think they're going to say she dragged their pivot foot.
And that takes us to the third quarter media timeout. It's California with the 5-point lead, but it feels like it's really been kind of the momentum moving in the way of the Griffins as they, they fell down early. End of the first quarter, they were down 14, and they've just been crawling back ever since and now making it quite a game.
Yeah, I'll say this. Yeah, versus this is like complete opposite what we're saying is of the first quarter alone. Scoring in first quarter alone, 7-21. So Vulcans outscored Seton Hill by 14. And then the second quarter was a different story, 18-10, Seton Hill. And then this quarter right here is about close to even, 37-32. A lead of 5 is not a large one by any means. Right now, Vulcans with a couple mental mistakes here and there. I say, in my opinion, not really capitalizing off the press that Seton Hill is running. A couple turnovers off of the press when that's never really something you really want to happen. And I'm not saying that. It seems like Seton Hill's this press isn't entirely aggressive, so it makes it that much easier, I guess, to break. But they are keeping their hands up and playing the passing lane, so it's always good for one ball fake here and there just to get them to jump. But I say, really, if they want to do anything, they have to get better at breaking this press.
I don't think I could have said it any better myself. It seems like every time they pull somebody to the middle and pump fake and use a couple bounce passes, they are able to break the press with ease. As we had a little bit of looked like a clock violation. As a shot clock maybe just didn't start right away, as there was a little bit of miscommunication between the timekeepers and the referees.
Referee saying that they didn't start the game clock.
Division II, that's where it gets a little bit tough, as our replay systems aren't necessarily as high tech as Division I or the pros, but trust the referees and their instincts, and they're able to catch that before the play gets going too far.
Yeah. As I mentioned last game, table and the referees have to work, I guess, together in harmony, or I say generally it all just falls on the refs sometimes. But from what I've seen, these refs have been pretty on top of, I guess, correcting any shot clock or game clock errors, which to me, in the personal experience, it's really easy to really let those slip if you're not really looking for it.
5 on the floor for Seton Hill. Poliovic, Sakira Harrelson, Abby Mankins. We got Helene Cohen and Maya Kalich. And the 5 on the floor for the Vulcans: Nina Shaw, Sierra Bermudez, Iona Williams, Deja Terrell, and Alicia Harris. As we are still getting the clock adjusted here. A little bit of head scratching going on over there as we're trying to get to the bottom of this for all you folks watching at home. So far, 2 fouls in the quarter for Seton Hill, 0 for California. And now head coach Gallagher with a little something to say.
Man, I'm telling you, those are always the worst. The timing mistakes are always the worst to have happen.
And from what I can tell, the game clock stays where it was before the whistle was blown. So I'm not sure if they realized that maybe the game clock was going and the shot clock was not, or what the issue was here. But we're still trying to get it figured out. As we kind of take a break here and we'll look at PSAC West standings. We got Gannon at the top with Mercyhurst, both at 7-0 in the conference. Edinburgh at 6-1. IUP at 5-1. Followed by California, Pitt, Johnstown, and Seton Hill, all sitting at 4-3. Slippery Rock at 1-6, and Clarion wrapping up the bottom at 0-7 so far. 0-13 overall, so still looking for their first win on the year. We apologize for taking Sierra Bermudez from the great school of Clarion, as she's been a great help for us. So I don't know how apologetic I'll be about that. It seems like we finally got it figured out, and we're ready to get back in action. As Seton Hill will pass on the inbound on their side of the court. Round of applause here by the crowd. Jovic with the pass over to Mankins. Mankins to Cohen. Cohen with the pull-up jump shot, and it's good.
Good defense, but just as better offense there. Good help defense, able to just to keep her to a little shot, but the floater and the finish.
It's really surprising that California is going to the sideline so much against this press, but it seems to be working as they break it there. Alicia Harris down low, kind of fading away off the backboard, no good. Seton Hill bringing it back the other way. Cohen staying aggressive. Looks outside, finds Jovic, back over to Mankins. Mankins with the pass down low.
Yeah.
And that bucket is good by Harrelson.
Man, that was just a good offensive sequence there, and being unselfish with the ball.
Momentum swinging in the favor of Seton Hill as they're only down 1. California's smallest lead of the game to this point is they kind of jumped down their throats early on. And Nina Shaw with it, pass over to Bermudez. Gets it to Williams. Williams looking in the middle to Deja Terrell. Terrell working a little bit. She's going to hit a step back off the front rim and no good. Off of Sierra Bermudez, and it'll come back the other way. Leading scorer Christiane Fry checking in for Abby Mankins. You can hear multiple fans in the crowd telling Vulcans kind of just slow it down and play their game, and I'm sure Coach Jess Strom's feeling the same way.
Yep.
Fry with the pass to Cohen. A little bit of a blocking foul there on Harris, kind of pushing her out of bounds.
Those are the types of fouls you can't really, at this point in the game, you can't afford to pick up. Now, there's been a lot of contact throughout this game, but I'll say you can't push them use your body that much and just push them out of bounds. I'll say at this point, the foul is just not needed.
That's going to get Alicia Harris a ticket to the bench as she picks up her third. Like I said, Jess Strom not taking any chances after last game, the foul trouble that they had that kind of cost them that game against Gannon. Fry with the pass to Jovic. Jovic down low. It's good. Mia Kalic with the bucket. And that's their first lead of the game, as Seton Hill is up 38-37 here with just over 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Nina Shaw with the pass to Young. Down low to Williams. Williams has been quiet tonight so far. Hasn't gotten on the board. Bermudez with it. Finds Terrell. Terrell guarded by Harrelson. And it gets tipped out, and Harrelson's right there to pick it up as Seton Hill's bringing it back the other way once again. Christiane Fry running around the outside. Gets it to Cohen. Great hands there by Iona Williams as she goes for the steal. But it's going to be tipped off her and stay on this end. Iona Williams, an electric addition to this team as she kind of just does it all. We talk about her in the good way as being the garbage man, doing what everybody else doesn't really want to do, taking the charges, making the passes, and playing great defense. The little pivot move down low and the foul as Mia Kalic will go to the line. Mia Kalic, the freshman out of Olmsted, Ohio. 63% at the free throw line this year, averaging 7 points, 7 rebounds, and a block. She misses the first of 2. Second one is good. Increases their lead to 2. You got to wonder if California's getting a bit bothered by this press.
Yeah.
As Seton Hill continues to keep it up, and sideline catches continue to be made. Is right there the steal, and the steal back there by Alicia Young. Great defense in transition. Nina Shaw trying to win the foot race and gets fouled on her way, and it's going to be the 3rd foul of the quarter for the Griffins. And the ball will be underneath the basket. Something I've yet to mention, Maeve Gallagher over there, head coach for the Griffins. This is her first season as head coach for this team, so I'm sure that they're still all getting used to each other, and they have been playing somewhat hard as of late. Their 30-point win, and a great finish there by Alicia Young underneath on the follow. Abby Mankins with the ball, guarded by Anna Williams. Hands it off to Jovic. Pass inside to, and then the kind of a loose ball there. Christiane Fry picks it up, and she goes up with her right hand, no good. And the ball's going to be tipped, and they say it's going to stay on this end as it must have went off Deja Terrell.
That would have been a heck of a finish if she would have finished that layup. That was not an easy shot by any means.
Alicia Harris checking into the game here for the Vulcans. Iona Williams heading to the bench. What a great defensive play there by Deja Terrell. She kind of just picks it off one-handed on the inbound. The pass to Nina Shaw. The pass to Alicia Harris, who gets fouled, and she'll go to the line for 2.
Not a bad foul. You just hoping, I guess, she would have finished that basket. But honestly, Falcons need to capitalize off of fast breakouts opportunities a lot more, because especially when you don't have anyone back 3-1 advantage, you always need to capitalize off those chances.
Alicia Harris' first free throw is good. She's looking great from the line tonight. Kyria Harrelson will pick up her first foul of the night after what has been a great defensive performance from her. And she's going to be on the floor for pretty much the remainder of this game, as she only has 1 foul, and she's definitely been a difference maker throughout. So Alicia Harris knocks down both free throws, gets California a 2-point lead. Seton Hill with the ball. Harrelson in the middle at the free throw line. Gets it to Fry. Fry gets the screen from Harrelson, misses the roll. And the pass over. Pass down low to Mankins. Mankins going to go up. A lot of contact and a late whistle. As the close ref didn't call it, the back ref did. We'll have 2 free throws.
She got hammered going up inside for that shot. Will they put that on the top? No, who's that foul on? I think you have to Bermudez.
Abby Mankins, 75% free throw shooter on the season, averaging 9 points and 5 rebounds. Hits the first one. Mankins only with 1 bucket tonight. That'll be her 3rd point. Second free throw from Mankins is good. Sophomore out of Greensburg, Pennsylvania. Went to her hometown college, Seton Hill. Pass to Alicia Harris. They break the press pretty easily there. Deja Terrell with the deep 2, and it's good. A little shimmy over there by Deja Terrell, too, kind of celebrating the jumper. She's feeling herself. Great little tip there by Alicia Harris, but nobody there to recover. And another great defensive play as she gets the jump ball there. Bermudez checking out for Jordan Smith. Being able to get a jump ball is so great, regardless of if it's in your possession arrow or not.
Yep.
Christiane Fry on the drive, guarded by Deja Terrell, and they're going to call travel.
Yep.
Deja Terrell is on your trail, and you're 5'5". It's definitely not the easiest task in the world. And she gets a little caught up in her feet there. Nina Shaw getting double teamed as the press does finally get broken. They're slowing it down with a less than 1 second differential between the shot clock and game clock, so I imagine they will hold for the last shot here. Nina Shaw waiting until 10 to go. Gets the screen from Deja Terrell. Finds Terrell. Terrell with a little bit of space. She's going to shoot the three off the back rim. No good. Jordan Smith fighting for the rebound. Fry comes up with it. Fry going to put up the half-court heave. Off the back rim and no good as we end the third quarter here. The score being 43-41 in favor of the Vulcans. And we will be right back here on CUTV Sports 1 and the PSAC Network.
Come on out to the Convocation Center and support men's and women's basketball for the 2023-2024 season. The Vulcans are looking to put the PSAC on notice this year after both teams are picked towards the top of the preseason conference rankings. There will be 13 men's games and 16 women's games at home. Follow calvulcans.com for any update. All games will be live on CUTV Sports 1 and the PSAC Network.
Come out. Our team's going to be very exciting. We have a lot of good players. I think we play the game the right way, very up-tempo. I think we're going to be able to score some points. I think our defense is going to be great. Our guys have great energy.
Come to our games. I think once you get here, you'll really like what you see. I think it's exciting. These players put in a ton of time, a ton of effort to put out a good product on the floor. And like I said, I think it's super exciting, and you'll really want to come back.
All right, welcome back, everybody. As we are ready to start the fourth quarter here in the Convocation Center. Yet again, another nail-biter as California holds a 2-point lead over the Griffins. And I mean, just a back-and-forth game, a tale of, like we said in the first half, was a tale of two quarters, and that third quarter was pretty even.
Yeah.
Deja Terrell leading the way for California with 15 points. And I believe Helen Cohen, leading the way with 11 points for the Griffins. One thing I do want to point out is how well the Vulcans are playing defense on Christiane Fry. Normally a 20-point-per-game scorer. Right now, 2 for 12 from the floor with only 4 points, a couple turnovers. She does have 6 rebounds. Actually, looking back in the last year, Christiane Fry did struggle a bit against California as well compared to everybody else, so it might have somewhat of a blueprint on her. As the pass inside from Alicia Harris gets tipped by Cohen and recovered by Seton Hill as they're coming the other way. Cohen on the fast break finds Christiane Fry, and the lay-in is good. We got a tie game here in the Convocation Center. Nina Shaw once again going up the sideline. I cannot believe that they haven't addressed this yet. They're going to call a timeout.
Yeah. Man, at this point, they need to just keep it away from the sideline right at this point. And the last couple times they've kept it in the middle, they've had more success, at least from turnovers or possibilities of turnovers. I guess that you could say that for almost any press. Keep it towards the middle.
And, you know, I mean, we've talked about it all game, and it's just somebody can just pop in the middle there and get around the half-court line, maybe even on, you know, the opposite side so that there isn't any kind of backcourt violation. You talk about that extra defender being the half-court line. Just got to, like you said, pump fakes and passes, ball fakes, and look for some bounce passes maybe into the middle to avoid those sideline errors and those double teams that Seton Hill's just been so accustomed to in this game. Seton Hill came into the second half with a little bit of foul trouble. I guess still somewhat have some as Haley Cohen with 4 fouls, but other than that, Fry and Helene Cohen, both with 3, have kind of settled down here in the second half and not picked up any extra ones. Like you talked about, Harrelson putting on a great defensive show, and with only 1 rebound, she's able to, only 1 foul, she's able to play as aggressive as she likes. And they're going to need her out there. Christiane Fry, Helene Cohen, Abby Mankins, Harrelson, and Mia Kalich on the floor for the Griffins. Alicia Harris, Jordan Smith, Deja Terrell, Alicia Young, and Nina Shaw on the floor for the Vulcans. Nina Shaw with the 3 off the feed from Deja Terrell, no good. Rebound by Harris. Harris puts it up, gets fouled. It's a good line for 2.
Man, Harris has always been, always had an inside presence for the Vulcans there. Able to pull down that rebound and head to the line.
See Harris, first one off the back rim and no good. That's her first missed free throw of the night. We talked about 52% free throw shooter. Second one is good. 5 for 6 from the line tonight. Pretty efficient on her end as it gives California the 1-point lead. 9 minutes to go here in this game. Cohen guarded by Smith. The handoff to Fry. Fry pass over to Mankins. Mankins on the drive. Looks across court, and they're going to call a charge as Nina Shaw got in great position to draw it. Little pass back and forth here from Alicia Young and Nina Shaw. Might have been something Jess Strom was talking about in that timeout, but nonetheless, Cohen comes away with a steal after Nina Shaw goes for dribbling. Mankins, a little too quick on her feet, and once again, she's going to travel.
No.
At some point, as a referee, you just got to have mittens on your ears and stop listening to the crowd because they're not going to be happy with any call you make.
Oh, yeah.
Nina Shaw just once again going up the sideline, and I can't imagine that's the play call, but they do break the press, and Nina Shaw kind of resets. 20 on the shot clock, and they're setting it up. Hand off to Harris. Harris pass to the middle to Deja Terrell, who's going to put up a jumper, and it's good. Deja Terrell becoming more and more comfortable with that jump shot as the season goes on, and it shows as the confidence stroke falls once again.
Yeah, that's 17 now for Deja Terrell, going 8 of 15 from the field.
Mankins with the ball, covered by Alicia Young. She's going to drive. She's going to get some good positioning. Finds Harrelson, who kind of falls to her feet. No travel called. The pass out to Jovic. Off the backboard, no good. Rebound by Terrell. She's fighting for her life down there as they're going to finally call the foul on Harrelson.
Yep.
Tell you what, it's quite the defensive matchup between Shakira Harrelson and Deja Terrell as they've been going back and forth all night. Both known for their defensive presence, but also showing that they can work it on the offensive side. And it's been fun to watch.
Yeah.
The Seton Hill's got to continue with this press as it's working wonders for them. California does break it easily this time. As Nina Shaw gets it. She's going to orchestrate the offense a little bit and direct traffic. Pass inside to Terrell. A bit of a lazy bounce pass. And Terrell's going to pick up the foul. Going for the ball. And the Griffins are going to take it the other way. As we talked about a lot of the times in this convocation center, the away teams have traveling fan bases, and with Seton Hill only being about 40 minutes away by car, it's not surprising that we hear a lot of supporters for the Griffins. Christiane Fry looking to get going still, only 6 points on the night. She's just dribbling all around the Vulcans defense. Pass out to Mankins. Mankins finds Fry again. Fry going to put up a three from the corner. Off the rim, no good. Rebound by the Griffins. Pass out to Mankins once again. Mankins pivoting, finding Cohen. Guarded by Terrell and Nina Shaw, a little double team. Mankins at the top of the key gets it back. The great bounce pass down low. No good, and the rebound by Jordan Smith.
Ooh. Vulcans catching a break again as just that help side defense has almost been nowhere to be found this last quarter or so.
Vulcans with a 3-point lead, under 7 minutes to play. And the ball finds the cutting Alicia Young. The great backdoor cut, but no good as she kind of misses the layup off the front rim. Seton Hill coming back the other way. And they're going to call a reach-in foul there on Deja Terrell.
Yeah, that's not needed in this game. You always have to watch that. They always tell you to basically steal with the hand that would basically give you the most room, make contact with that right arm. They're probably going to call that almost every time.
Iona Williams and Sierra Bermudez checking in for Deja Terrell and Alicia Young, as Terrell now has 4 fouls and has to watch herself as the leading scorer in this game finds her way to the bench. Christiane Fry looks for a backdoor pass, but no one's home, and the Vulcans are going to take it the other way. Esner checking out of the game for Harrelson, who just got a little quick break and right back in there as her defensive presence is too good to remain on the bench. Now Bermudez is going to have to fill in the role of helping out Nina Shaw break this press. And she finds Iona Williams, a little 2-on-1. Williams going to pull up for 2, and that's her first basket of the night off the backboard.
Yeah, you're hoping Williams is one thing she has is consistency, and you just hope she just is aggressive with it, because there's been times where she hasn't been aggressive enough and has not taken as many shots, but hopefully that will get her going.
Harrelson working down low on her pivot. She falls to her back, and they're going to call a quick jump ball to avoid any kind of, tie up like we had earlier with Harris and Fry. And it's going to stay on this end. Like you said, Williams, sometimes not as aggressive as we'd like to see her, but at the same time, she is quite the team player. She's not really worried about how many points she scores. She just wants her team to win at the end of the day, and she'll do whatever it takes. As Cohen, guarded by Williams, pass into Harrelson. Harrelson looking to get aggressive in this fourth quarter, puts it up, and a foul. And she's going to go to the line to try to finish the three-point play.
At this point in the game, you just have to play smart, and that is a must, especially on the defensive end. I say at that point, there's almost no reason for you to play defense with your hands down. Hands up is always a good thing, regardless if they make the shot or not. Hands up is always good defense.
Harrelson puts it up, no good. And the offensive rebound. And they're going to be another tie up on the floor. This time it'll go in favor of the Vulcans. And it'll go the other way. Harrelson, the 63% free throw shooter on the year, fails to convert. And Shaw finds Bermudez, cross-court pass to Williams. Williams starting to look like she's might play aggressive, but kind of pulls it back out and finds Shaw as she will set up the offense. Three-point lead for California, just over 5 to play here in the Convocation Center. The pass down low, kind of telegraphed a little bit, but the foul on Alicia Harris, I believe that'll probably be under the basket. Oh no, they will give her the shots here, as they'll say maybe she was going up for the shot before kind of forcing a pass after the tie-up.
Man, and once again, Vulcans catching another break. Ball was tipped. You have to be smart with the ball, I guess. And there's no need to really force the ball anywhere where it doesn't need to be.
Like I said, it just seemed like that pass inside was a little bit telegraphed. Kind of knew where it was going, but nonetheless, Alicia Harris does come up with it. Connects on her 2 free throws. She's now 7 for 8 from the line on the night, which is really exactly what they needed from her, as she's been aggressive. Mankins in the corner, guarded by Harris. Kind of pushing her arm out a bit, but no call there. And they're going to call a timeout, as the Griffins are down 5 here with just over 5 to play. And I guess this will also be our media timeout. At least that's what our overhead announcer just said. I'm not quite sure if that's the case, as we're still at 5 minutes and 13 seconds left. California with the 5-point lead.
Yeah, that last possession there, good defense up front by Harris. It's really easy to give up a baseline if you don't have a quick first step defensively. And surprisingly, these Vulcans have done a great job of not really picking up silly fouls in that regard. And now you're always going to have contact regardless, but never seeming to really initiate the contact. Now that's really the guideline most refs will look for. But so far have stayed down on the ground and stayed straight up. I guess the only bad thing of probably overplaying or just playing aggressive as they are is you probably rely on help defense a bit more. And that was great the first quarter alone, but I feel like they've kind of backed off in that manner and kind of given up a couple of easy baskets off of easy cuts to the basket, no one really knowing who to pick up and who was free at that point.
California doing a great job defensively. Their only troubles are both Deja Terrell and Alicia Harris both sitting at 4 fouls. The 2 kind of forces down low that they're going to need to go forward in this game. So even though you want to stay aggressive, you also want to stay passive if you're them individually. Try not to pick up that 5th and final foul.
Yeah, at this point in the game, there's really no reason really to play overly aggressive on defense. Just play straight up, try to throw them off the rhythm. If they score, they score, but just play solid defense like you can.
Fry with the 3 off the back rim and no good. Williams, the only white jersey in sight, and she comes up with it, and there's going to be a foul there on Helene Cohen, and that's her 4th. as both the Cohen sisters sitting at 4 fouls as well. And that'll be the 5th foul of the quarter. So therefore, Iona Williams will go to the line 4-2 for the Vulcans. Iona Williams, a 69% free throw shooter on the year, averaging 11 points, leading the team off the bench, 5 rebounds, as the junior from Cleveland, Ohio, knocks down the first of 2. 5 minutes left to go in this game. California with a 6-point lead. Iona Williams trying to make it 7. No good off the front rim, and Harrelson with the rebound.
Don't foul.
Cohen driving down, and there is going to be a foul there, as you were begging for it, but nonetheless, she could not hear you. As we have some subs coming in for Seton Hill, as Mia Kalic and Paula Jovic both come into the game for Cohen and Mankins. Fry still trying to get going here. She only has 6 on the night. This would be her lowest output on the season if it stayed this way. As Cohen's going to pull up for a deep 2, and she finds the back of the rim, and it falls. 4-point lead for the Vulcans as they're once again facing the press. And there is Alicia Harris in the middle, and that would look like the easiest way for them to break the press, as we've been talking about all night. She finds Sierra Bermudez. She's kind of slowed down in the aggressiveness on offense, and Jordan Smith on the cut, no good on the layup. Bermudez trying to get back, a little 2-on-2, and great transition defense kind of stops Seton Hill's attack. Harrelson down low on Alicia Harris, puts it up, no good. And no foul is called, as you could hear from the fans. And Seton Hill will get underneath the basket. Here's Cam Fry with the ball, guarded by Nina Shaw. Fry looking for Harrelson, but great defense there by Iona Williams as she recovers in the corner. And she's trying to bring it up the court herself as she gets it to Nina Shaw, and they're going to slow things down. Under 4 minutes to play, 4-point game in favor of the Vulcans. Sierra Bermudez finds Harris, who finds Nina Shaw, back up top to Iona Williams. She looks to pass it to Alicia Harris, but once again, just a little bit too telegraphed. And they're going to call a foul there. Didn't even really look like she was touched, but the and one there by Paula Jovic, and I believe that was the 5th foul on Alicia Harris. It's quite surprising because it almost seemed like Harris was kind of moving away from her to avoid the foul, and yet the whistle still blew.
Kind of just flipped it up and in, too.
So now cut down to a 2-point lead. This free throw can cut it down to 1. Getting into crunch time. California is used to these close games, but losers of 3 of their last 4. They're trying to secure this win here in the Convocation Center. The miss there by Jovic. And Nina Shaw with it at the top. Trying to slow down the Vulcans and allow them to run an efficient offense. Jess Strom kind of orchestrating the offense herself from the sideline. Talking to her point guard as she's going to drive to the left side off the backboard and good.
Woo. Shaw coming through in a much needed time in this game.
Nina Shaw, one of those guards that she may be right-handed, but she could be a little bit more comfortable when she drives to the left side as she finishes there. And once again, Jovic with another take down the left side and good.
And Jovic just saw the lane was wide open and took advantage of that.
Sierra Bermudez with the pass over to Nina Shaw, gets intercepted, and Cohen finishes on transition. Tie game here at 53 with just over 2.5 to play. I mean, once again, we're just seeing over and over these chest passes, these over-the-top passes that are just not working for the Vulcans against this press, and Seton Hill's doing a great job maintaining their aggressiveness on defense.
Yeah, this one too many turnovers, especially in this time in the game, can be detrimental, as that one was there. It's just you have to limit turnovers in a game like this. I say, and Seton Hill's not small either, so they're a little bit longer. So you're probably gonna have to throw your passes maybe a bit harder, maybe another ball fake here or there, maybe fake it or whatever. Again, I mean, but there's no really need to rush. I mean, you have 10 seconds. to take the ball over the half-court line, as we've seen a couple times. Them cross-court passes are probably just as open. Maybe you can just get the defense to shift over just a bit and maybe zip it down if you can. But you have to play it safe in this game and just try to retain possession of the ball.
All these things we talk about are much easier said than done, but I mean, it just seems like a lot of the Vulcans' passes are very telegraphed, and Seton Hill's doing a great job of just keeping their hands up and getting their hands in passing lanes, which is allowing them a lot more points off turnovers. And I mean, California, a team that's had the lead for almost 34 minutes of this game, in jeopardy of dropping yet another one here at home if they can't pick it up in these last 2.5 minutes. Oddly enough, the points off turnovers for both teams sitting at 20, so even though it may seem like Seton Hill's taking more advantage, California is right there with them. There's Nina Shaw with the ball at the top, guarded by Jovic. Pass over to Bermudez. They don't want to give her any more space after seeing her first 2 threes in the first half. Deja Terrell underneath with a great move and the bucket.
Man, it just seemed like she was just wide open, not really anyone on her.
Cohen with the ball, driving to the middle. The pass over to Fry. Fry cutting in. The great move, puts it up with the left hand, no good. Up and under, it was just a tough layup. Yeah. As Bermudez is going to take it herself. And right there, a little reach-in foul by Mia Kalic. And, I mean, you had to expect that. You can't be reaching, running side by side with the ball handler. But nonetheless, Sierra Bermudez going to the line for 2. Sierra Bermudez, last trip to the free throw line was that crushing trip. And she was fouled on the 3 with just over, I think it was like 0.2 seconds left in that Gannon game. Yep. Knocked down the first 2 and just last one dramatically falling off the front rim.
Yeah.
She does knock down the first here and the second. As the 80% free throw shooter on the year delivers for the Vulcans. 4-point lead, 2 minutes to play. Pass over to Jovic. Picking up the game a little bit in the fourth quarter. She's really gotten to be a part of it. Ooh. Trips over her own feet a little bit, but recovers. And they're going to call a travel. I feel like she looked for the pass and saw more defenders than she expected.
Yeah, it's catching to look. It's like you would think it's an easy thing to do, but I guess if your mind is racing 1,000 miles a minute, it's so easy to let that catch up and affect your play.
Elaine Cohen checking back in for what I believe might be first time since early in this fourth quarter. She has 4 fouls, but they need the score out on the floor in this sense. And the great move there by Jordan Smith to come up the floor and get the ball from Bermudez. Jess Strom telling her team to calm down and slow it, as they are up 2 possessions with 1.5 minutes to play.
Yeah, at this point in the game, there's no reason to rush. No need to play overly aggressive on either end of the floor. Just taking a shot when you need to.
Bermudez from the top of the key, and that's going to come up short. And even a save there would have probably resulted in a shot clock violation, so coming back the other way for Seton Hill. Like you said, it's just worth slowing down and trying to maintain this lead and picking up the aggressiveness on defense a bit. Fry with the handoff to Cohen. Cohen with the pass over to Cohen. Down low to Harrelson, who's looking to pivot and make a move. Deja Terrell with the great hands-up defense, trying to avoid the foul and stopped Harrelson there from cutting the lead down to 2.
Yeah, that's all that's needed is hands-up defense. Whether they score or not is not your problem as long as you're playing defense.
Under 60 seconds to play here. Just about 10 seconds on the shot clock. Nina Shaw guarded by Cohen. She's going to take it to the left side where she's most comfortable. The pass to Iona Williams will be tipped, and it'll stay here with just 4 seconds on the shot clock. If you believe in angel numbers right now, if you look at the scoreboard, there's some angel numbers. We got 44.4 seconds left. 4 seconds on the shot clock as well. They got to look for something quick. They look down low for Terrell. Pass incompleted. And Mankins coming up with it. A deep pass, and I mean, that was just a little bit too aggressive as Fry could not come down with it. 37 seconds left, 4-point game. You got to imagine that Seton Hill is going to play as aggressive as they possibly can on defense. Yep. Even a foul here isn't really an issue. right there. That might have been on Cohen. Oh, no, that's on Christiane Fry. So that'll be her fourth. And, I mean, as long as it's not your fifth, it's not a problem.
Yep.
Can't stress enough how well of a job Cal is doing on Christiane Fry. I mean, when you're second in all of the PSAC in scoring and you play 37 minutes in a game and only have 6 points, you can tell that the defense is doing something right.
Oh, yeah.
Nina Shaw at the free throw line, 82% free throw shooter coming into the game, knocks down the first, extends the lead to 5. Vulcan's going to bring out their players from down low just to avoid any maybe loose ball fouls that could occur, as Nina Shaw knocks down both, and a timeout by Seton Hill as they are down 6 with 34 ticks left on the clock. All in all, a pretty even game. California just barely pulling ahead with a couple free throws. You got to imagine that defensively they want to, not stop the clock, don't pick up any fouls and put them at the free throw line where they can get points with the clock not moving.
Yep.
And just kind of maintain the aggressiveness that they've had all game.
Yeah, at this point, just keep them in front of you. Hands up defense, no need to really jump or be overly aggressive. Once that shot goes up, find a body, box out, limit second chance points, which is so important, I guess, in a game like this, which is why, in part, it was as close as it was. They haven't really been able to keep them off the glass as much. Looking at the stats in the PSAC West, both teams are about even in that rebounding category, about in their averages a game. But right now, Seton Hill out-rebounding Vulcans 43-34.
And it has definitely been part of the reason why Seton Hill has been able to stay in this game. And on the other end, California, fans won't be happy. Fans of Seton Hill will not be happy hearing this, but California shooting 22 free throws compared to Seton Hill's 10. Both teams sitting at around 70%, as California is 16 for 22, Seton Hill 7 for 10. Christiane Fry going to inbound it here as she finds Cohen, and they need to score quick if they expect to stay in this game. Finds the other Cohen. A deep three off the front rim and no good. The fight for the rebound. Nina Shaw comes up with it. Plenty of floor to work with, but she gets grabbed before she gets too far. 24 ticks on the clock. She's going to go back to the line with a 6-point lead. I don't want to speak too soon, but we just may get a stress-free ending here in this game if California can capitalize on a couple free throws and play some good defense. Nina Shaw first is good. She seems almost automatic from the free throw line lately. She is 5 for 5 in this game and just doing a great job as the freshman point guard. She nails both. California back up to an 8-point lead, 20 seconds to go here in this game. You got to imagine Fry's going to force up some kind of shot here as she looks for the pick and roll, and nobody's there. Alicia Young with a great defense. She's going to get fouled. Head to the line, 13 seconds left, and this game is all but over. What a bounce-back game from the Vulcans after coming back from that heartbreaking loss to Gannon. As Haley Cohen picks up her 5th. First free throw by Young, no good. California's leading scorer, Deja Terrell, who had 19 points, 14 rebounds, 5 of them being on the offensive side. Alicia Young with 7 rebounds of her own, 4 of them being on the offensive side. Misses the second. 10 seconds to go here in the game. Mankin's going to look down low to Harrelson. Deja Terrell, just another great defensive effort. And that will wrap it up here in the Convocation Center as your Vulcans improve to 10-4. Seton Hill falls to 7-7. This has been Andrew White and Braxton Turner. Thank you all so much for joining us as this has been on CUTV Sports 1 and the PSAC Network. Stay tuned for the men's game up next as they play Seton Hill.